Justice systems claim to be about fairness and equality, but what happens when the very people meant to uphold justice are the ones manipulating it? I recently discovered a fascinating historical tale that completely changes how we think about power and corruption in the courts.
Oh, interesting. You mean there's documented evidence of judicial corruption from way back?
Well, this particular story comes from classical Middle Eastern literature, where a judge essentially creates an entire crisis just by coveting someone else's chicken at a butcher shop. The brilliance is in how he then has to use increasingly creative legal reasoning to fix the problems he caused.
So it's really about how power corrupts even those meant to be most impartial?
Exactly. So picture this scene. A man leaves his chicken with a butcher to be slaughtered. Simple enough, right? But then the local judge walks by and, using his authority, basically intimidates the butcher into giving him that same chicken. And
That's quite brazen, for someone whose whole job is upholding justice.
here's where it gets interesting. The judge actually tells the butcher to claim the already slaughtered chicken somehow flew away. You know, like dead chickens regularly do.
Well, that must have led to quite a scene when the owner returned.
Oh, it did. And it gets even better. While heading to court over this ridiculous dispute, the butcher tries to break up a fight between a Muslim and Jewish man. In doing so, he accidentally blinds the Jewish man in one eye.
So now we've got 2 cases of stolen chicken and serious bodily harm. The stakes are definitely escalating,
And they're about to go even higher, because when they try to take the butcher to court, he panics and climbs a mosque's minaret. When people chase him up there, he jumps, landing on and killing an elderly man below.
that's quite a chain reaction from one corrupt decision. How does the judge handle having all these cases come before him?
This is where the story becomes brilliant social commentary. For the chicken case, he uses religious philosophy, asking if God can resurrect the dead, surely he can make a dead chicken fly. For the blinding, he cites religious law about compensation rates being different for Muslims and non-Muslims.
Let me guess he finds some equally creative solution for the death case?
Indeed. He rules that true justice requires the dead man's son to climb the same minaret and jump onto the butcher, knowing full well no one would risk their life for revenge.
You know, this reminds me of how modern judges sometimes use creative sentencing to make their point. The methods may have changed, but the principle remains.
Exactly right. And what's fascinating is how this story, likely centuries old, still perfectly captures how power can corrupt justice while maintaining the appearance of following proper legal procedure.
The whole thing really serves as a warning about how systems meant to protect us can be manipulated by those in power.
And here's the real kicker. The story ends with the moral that if you have something to offer those in power, even something as simple as a chicken, they might bend the entire justice system to protect you. It's both amusing and deeply concerning how relevant that message still feels today.
Well, that's certainly given me a new perspective on judicial creativity, both its potential benefits and its dangers.
You know what they say, justice is blind, but apparently it can still smell a good chicken dinner.